Hello my dear Aquarius, this is your love and spirituality reading for the time between November 1st and November 15, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So I used the Spellcasters Tarot with Melanie Marquise, illustrated by Scott Murphy, and I will start shuffling your cards. I call the Divine with Love and Light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Aquarius viewers. So I want my dear Aquarius to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Yes, okay. I have done both Gemini and Libra so far, and I really don't remember the Gemini reading so much, but here this card anyway, it came for Libra and also the Tower, so you might check out the other air sign readings. Maybe they are going to tell you something more. This might be like an opening of a heart, and that might feel very scary if you have been able to detach yourself from your heart before and not have to feel the feelings of it. So with 3 of Swords, usually the reason to why we don't want to feel that our emotions or that we have a heart is because there's a lot of pain stored there. So it's like a person avoiding to read their own letters here, okay? But here it's divine intervention, or they are breaking in to make someone open their heart in a very blunt way, probably. So okay, so that wanted to come through. So I also want to take the chance to tell you that we will have the full moon in Taurus the 4th of November. Also, Sun moved out of Libra to Scorpio the 22nd of October, and Mars and Venus is in Libra as well after the kiss in Virgo. Okay, it doesn't want to be shuffled like that anymore. In Virgo the 10th of October. Also Venus is leaving Mars behind, moving into Scorpio November 8th. Jupiter and Venus is conjunct on the 13th of November in Scorpio. Jupiter moved from Libra to Scorpio. This is kind of the tower before it fell, like how we are trying to keep riches for ourselves. We don't want to share maybe what we feel about another person, or we don't want to share our safety with others. Jupiter moved into Scorpio the 11th of October, and we will have the new moon in Scorpio November 18. Mercury moves from Scorpio to Sagittarius the 5th of November, and Sun moves from Scorpio to Sagittarius November 22nd. So here we have the strength. So someone have the strength to kind of maybe leave a person, situation, or creative endeavor behind. This is the Emperor. This is strength. 8, both the Strength card and 8 of Cups are connected. When you feel like someone has drained you of your powers, finally you leave them. So 8 of Cups is kind of going within and trying to find the real me. Okay, you're trying to find the real me. So Saturn is moving direct in Sagittarius, and we will have a conjunction of Saturn and Mercury on the 28th of November. Pluto is moving direct in Capricorn. Neptune is moving retrograde in Pisces and will station November 23rd. It will move direct November 24th, and Uranus is moving retrograde in Aries. Aries is the Emperor that we saw. Okay, so I'll just tune in for a few seconds. Okay, so the bell that you heard in the beginning is bells that's cleaning the energy of the room, also putting me in a little bit of a deeper meditative state. Okay, so here is this is your future, Aquarius, and this is your now, and this is your past. So the past is probably October, put it there, and the present, it's probably first half of November 2017. And last here we have your future, that's the second part of November 2017 going into December. Okay. So you can watch this now when I release this video. It's the 18th of October. You can watch it again in the beginning of November when this is on, and you can also watch again maybe around the middle of November when this is on. So you will have you will be able to have like a forecast now, but when you are in the middle of it, you will you will more know also what I'm talking about, and you can go back to make conclusions afterwards. And here you have the Empress, and you already had the Emperor coming out, so it's about feminine and masculine energies, and probably to try to balance those up. The Empress is green. It's talking about her unconditional love. Green is unconditional love. You can get green grass almost everywhere to feed the cow here. Okay, so the green is also, she has a specific shade of green that sometimes is connected with envy or feeling nauseous. So it's going a little bit in that direction, but as Empress, she's very good on building bridges, connecting people. I know this is not a bridge, it's a vault, okay, but anyway, doorways, bridges, opportunities. The Empress is the one that births forward the world. She's nature. And here we have the cow. In many religions, the cow is a symbol for nature and its generosity. The cow gives of her whole body to feed both her calf and humans. So that's why she's this symbol. You can also see that the Empress holds a heart-formed shield, so she's protected by her love. Okay, that's her thing. It's her weapon, love, and it's not a weapon. It's kind of a protective. When you are like a loving person, outgiving person, you feel in harmony with nature, and you don't feel as much rage and hate and things like this. So that's a protective, just to be in that energy. Okay, so we have the Empress here, the divine feminine. And here we have a Chariot. So maybe she has been going somewhere, or you have been going somewhere. This is Sagittarius, and this is Cancer. So Sagittarius is like an arrow. It's shooting forward. It has a goal. Cancer is just like being in its their own nature, being very receptive. It's like a flower. Okay, so Cancer is very homey kind of energy. It wants to stay home, but here it's dragged along by this Sagittarius, and it looks very nice. It looks like there's some dream coming true, or it's traveling somewhere, or it has a certain goal, and this card has a certain momentum. So it's like female energy going somewhere in great haste also. And here we have the Queen of Cups, the actual Cancer in this Chariot. So it's talking about maybe going to like a person that you love with all your heart, or showing, kind of accepting that you are the person with a loving heart. So it can be different things. It can also be a masculine person opening their feminine side, opening their heart, finding out that if they want to reach their goal, they need to also open their heart and be in connection with other people. If you're just cold and detached, they won't really, they are not going to find trust in you or find any happiness of being with you. So for many of you, it might be also that you are leaving one woman to go and be with another. So some of you might have been moving away from home, from your mother, moving into your girlfriend's place instead. It's very feminine touch to this. It can easily be a masculine person that's in both those, but then it needs to be a masculine person that's very nurturing and outgiving and emotional and connected with their emotions. Anyway, it seems like the emotion has the key to success here. So maybe someone has found out that they love some certain person. Okay, and the next card is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, and it is a Pisces. You have Cancer here, Pisces. We have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces is water, but Scorpio is usually the King of Cups or Death card. They are very transformative, like has the ability to do great revolution. Okay, so this Knight of Cups, this is also someone shooting in the world. It's shooting out in the world like with great hope. So I definitely think that this is a person that has gained a lot of hope. They might have gone through some healing process, maybe together with their mother or some female entity, and now they might have found their inner female strength as well, connected to the divine through their feminine side. And here they are journeying both in this like Sagittarius and this Pisces energy. Riding the fish might take a little bit longer time, but the Knight of Cups is a very beautiful energy about forgiveness, offering love, showing your emotions, exposing your heart. He holds the Holy Grail there very high. So it seems like someone that is on the roll with a very feminine energy, a very emotional energy, opening their heart, showing what they feel. Or at least they feel like this inside. It doesn't mean that they actually show this, because sometimes emotional people like this, if you're very highly sensitive and emotional, you might want to like hide that and keep a little bit of a cool exterior. So that's a part of my experience, that it can be like this. Okay, and here we have a Ten of Wands. So as I said, this is a person trying to keep the cool exterior. They're trying to hold their thing together. They don't want to be emotional, like over dramatic person. They don't want to come and smudge someone else with their feelings, or be needy or something. So they're trying to be strong and brave. The wand suit is the suits for the heroes. So this is a person trying to be a hero, carrying a very great load, probably a very great load of things unsaid, like things that they really aim towards. Like they have this beautiful dream. You can see the coloration of the horse and the wood being the same, Sagittarius being fire sign, and this is fire here, firewood. So they have a really great dream, but they feel unsure of expressing it. It feels too much. It feels overwhelming. So if someone would say, like, I don't know if my girlfriend, if she really loves me, well, this would be the answer. Yes, they loves you, but you might not see it, because this person is keeping it all inside, trying to act in a way that they think are acceptable in our society, trying to act cool, trying to act like they don't need anyone. It's like the lonesome hero's road, going like alone into the sunset, doesn't need anyone. So there's a little bit contradiction between those two energies. And with the Ten of Wands, it's probably going to end up that they will say whatever it is that they want to say from the bottom of their heart. But they might also run for the hills. If you fall in love and you're not, like, you're used to have control or having your like things together, love is situation where you don't have control. It's kind of the divine have control over you instead. It's like a honey trap. Okay, they are rigging it so you will fall into it and then you will evolve. So this person knows this and trying to, you know, run for the hills. So they really don't want to express this love. But I think with this kind of energy here, it will be very hard to act like things is normal. it will come out. It's the Ten of Wands can sometimes be like a volcano. It's building up the pressure until someone like this, and it doesn't seem like it will be anger coming out. It will more be love and maybe even tears, to be honest. Okay, so that was in your past, and this is in your now. And here we have the Sun. The Sun in this deck, it's usually connected to Leo. It's Leo's planet or star is the Sun. But here you have the twins, so I feel that this is also connected to Gemini. Seeing things very clearly, having very fast mind, being able to calculate things. And here you have like the divine, beautiful earth where we live and who gives us all our sustenance so we will survive. And here's the Sun. Making all the photosynthesis and everything happened. So this is very luscious, it's very energetic, and I think you are kind of in the role with nature and divine and everything. It seems like you are on the right course. The Sun can sometimes it's very much about truth and seeing things very clear. So we will see where it goes with this. What is it that we see so clear? And it's definitely like your soul has stepped in, because you have let your soul step into your body. It's like if you acknowledge you have a body and you have feelings and you have all those things, you will also invite your soul in that moment when you acknowledge all the things with you, and you don't, this is like being in between. No, I don't have a body. I don't feel any feelings. No, I don't want to say that to that person. I'm really going to keep my mouth shut and just do whatever I have been doing the whole life, like working on this project here. When it's like this, it will be very easy to talk from the bottom of your heart and also to tell exactly what you see with things. Ten of Wands, the Sun, it's very high energy cards. So it might burn a little bit, like painful, burning, trial by fire kind of thing. Here we suddenly have a King of Pentacles. So with all the earth, all the water and fire, we now got earth. Also, Empress is of course earth. So this is the Empress. She is waiting her Emperor, but she got a King of Pentacles instead. It's kind of up her alley, but it's not really her style. Okay, so this is a person that might be a little bit not has the same spiritual quality as you, but might be an equally, like a person that equally contributes to their surrounding with healing or something, even though they don't really have this great connection that the Empress has with the divine. So the King of Pentacles is usually Capricorn. It comes underneath the Chariot here. That's the Sagittarius. So this might be like earth person with a plan, okay? Someone that wants something, probably from this earthy realms. This can be a farmer, a doctor, a healer. It can sometimes be a person that's a little bit shy. They have got their riches by working very hard and protect those riches. So we saw that in the beginning with the Tower and the Four of Pentacles, that this is where this guy lives, okay, in usually like with thick walls around him, because he wants no one to take his treasures. But now he's out and about because he wants something. Maybe he wants to add to his riches. We will see here. Anyway, this feminine energy has control, like she sees the aim of this earthy person here. It doesn't have to be a Capricorn. It can be in any star sign. Just a person that's maybe they have a very like open heart. They have Cancer twice, kind of flying over here, and so they have a very fragile heart, but they don't show it. Again, it's a person being very protective of their own energy. They don't give it away. They don't tell you that they love you. Maybe it will take like 10 years and then they will tell you because they keep the riches for themselves. So the next energy here is the Fool, and that's stepping outside your comfort zone, stepping outside your tower. We also saw Ace of Cups together with the Tower. So that's a very, that's more like being forced to become the Fool, being forced to come outside your safety zone. But here it seems to be free willingly, because this energy here, it wants something. This is Major Arcana card, Chariot, the Fool. It's on its way, it's traveling to something, and it has this Cancer energy about it. So this might still be this person that I have left their mother, you know, this energy, and wants to court someone else. And it's a lot of people here in this reading, so it might be a family situation, or like a person taking on many personas. Next card here we have Justice. So I think this person might come and say to you that they are sorry, or you are going to tell them that you are sorry. Justice together with the Knight of Cups is this person knows that they need to say that they're sorry, and the universe knows too. So this might be a way to avoid the Tower, actually, to avoid being called out. This is you doing this free willingly with the Fool, or someone is doing this free willingly with the Fool. They are a little bit unsure because they have their old survival techniques that might involve saving and being like a little bit of a miser, and you know, business as usual. But this is not business as usual. There's coming some energy here that's they have been changing. This person has been transforming into something that they were not before. It's like they are opening up to something new. That's good. And here we also have the King of Cups. So we have the whole court here except the page. But the Fool can go very well as the page. King of Cups, it's the man, the big-hearted man. And he has been trying to avoid, maybe to tell you this. This is also Scorpio. We have Libra, Scorpio. We know that Jupiter has moved from Libra to Scorpio. Also, the Sun will move eventually from Libra to Scorpio. It will be on the 22nd of November, so a little bit into the future, but the energy is already affecting here. So I'm thinking that a person that might have been very stoic before can become a person that now declares what's in their heart. Okay, so that's very good. But we need to remember their past, that they are a little bit cautious, and they might come straight from their mother as well. So a little bit of a young energy, doesn't have the experience maybe with this kind of things, showing their heart. But here with the Justice and the King of Cups, hopefully they are going to hold together. But together, 10 of Wands together with the King of Cups can become like a person having big addictions, okay? Someone that's trying to hold back their feelings, and they have a lot of those feelings. So what do? Well, they take a drink, or they do something else. There's a lot of different addicts, kind of things you can be addict to. But anyway, this is your now here, and it seems like someone will do something very, very brave. And very honest, and it will be like in tune with the divine will, maybe sharing their riches. Okay, so good. Next card here we will have going into the future, and here we have the Emperor. So this is really, really, really good news, because here you have the Emperor, and then you have the Sun in between, and then you have the Emperor. So there's like a really significant person in your life right now, probably a soulmate, probably a person that you are supposed to be with. There's some real, this is the highest card for love in the whole tarot deck. And it's also the third card for love in the Major Arcana. First, it's the Lovers when you meet. And second is the 14, the Alchemist, the alchemic wedding, where you are supposed to become one another. One is holding the key to the other one's shadow. And the Sun is when both have become whole and are joining in holy matrimony. Okay, so this is like if you were supposed to learn to I have taken this example before. We can say like this: if you are the person that has been maybe reluctant to show your feelings before, you are now going to open your heart. And if you had this feminine energy in your life before that was very unconditional with its giving, and might have even been clinging and dramatic and a lot of other things, they are not going to be cool as you were before. So, and it's not meaning that they're losing their heart. It's just that they are gaining coolness as well. And you are all still keeping cool, but becoming also a person with a heart. So this is balance. This is what we have like worked so hard for this last few years. It doesn't have to be just this, what I told you with the heart and like the battle between heart and mind that we saw in the Three of Swords as well. It doesn't have to be that. It can be many different things. But it's like when you meet a new culture and you finally learn from them. So you have learned, you have kind of still the other person's mojo, and they have stolen your mojo. And now you both have each other's mojos and your own mojo. So you were 100% you before, and they were 100% them. And now each of, like every one of these are 200%. Like they have expanded their consciousness. They have become more than they were before. It's just... usually it's been like this, that strength is coming first in the person that have been unconditional giving. They have seen some truth and maybe becoming a little bit more protective of their resources, and that is forcing the person that's a little bit more cool, it's forcing them to open their heart, because they can't live on the other person's love energy anymore. If there's going to be a relationship, there needs to be coming from both sides. So this is usually how it goes. So probably this person has already learned strength, and this person needs now to learn to become like the big-hearted man, like a human being with emotions. Okay, when emotions comes like this, it might be like hitting a little bit hard. So therefore we have the 10 of Wands here, showing what kind of pressure there is underneath this. So it might be like a tsunami wave of emotions, but with the King of Cups, it's meaning that this person is about to heal. They are becoming whole. No one can touch a person that's healed. They won't be afraid to share anymore. They won't be afraid to say no. They won't be afraid to say yes. They won't be afraid to open their heart. They won't be afraid to close their heart if they need to, and nothing will really scare them anymore, because they're becoming whole. So they're not going to hold back in that way that they did before, hopefully. Okay. Next card is the Lovers. So it comes underneath 7, the Chariot, and King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, it's kind of a husband quality. So it might be coming like a husband quality towards you, and maybe they are going to want a committed love relationship. Maybe someone is going to propose to you. Maybe you are going to propose to someone. Maybe you are going to get engaged, married. So someone going and getting married, or leaving to find their husband. Okay, it might be wife as well, or it might be a husband leaving and, you know, trying to get connection here with their Queen of Hearts. So this is Aries, that's fire. This is Capricorn, that's earth. Here you have Queen of Cups, that's heart. So it might also be like a masculine person getting in connection with their heart, or like the feminine and the masculine side getting connection within you, and that is kind of shining a light on your shadow, so you don't have so much of a shadow anymore. There will probably be created a new shadow, like something new that you need to learn, but for now it seems like the feminine and the masculine is in balance in any human here, like any Aquarius, that it's going to you're going to become healed, and it's like this connection finally between humans. Okay, so the other readings has also been this good, but they have ended really badly usually, so I hope this won't happen to you. Okay, and here we have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess, she is she was the first lady in the human history, in our legends. She was Lilith, and she kept like the connection with the divine. She never lost it. The Fool is when we have this connection with the divine and we are listening to our instincts and following them. This is kind of not listening to your instincts and not following them. So being the Fool, you are like in trust with nature, and you believe that everything happens for a reason, and you just follow the signs, kind of. Then we went into the Magician. Magician got, like, he awakened his left side brain, become very smart, started to calculate things, and then he lost his connection with his feminine side. Humans lost their connection to their feminine side, but the female part of this didn't lose this connection. But Adam in this story, this guy, Aries, he didn't want a female that listened more to like her divine instincts and intuition than to him, okay? So, because she was like a little bit unpredictable, she a little bit autistic, she's listening, sometimes she can be very happy and sometimes very sad, and she can be angry with him and slap him and then, you know, braid his hair or something, because it's different. If he says something nice, she will be nice. If he says something stupid, she will be stupid too, or do something stupid. So she's very direct. It's like it's instant karma with her. Okay, so probably she made the earthly Adam here a little bit crazy. So he didn't want to be with her. He said, oh no, I want a wife that can support me and doesn't have so many ideas of her own. So he was presented with Eve. And Eve is very unconditional, as I said, with her love. She still has this connection with the divine, but she's not full of self-respect like the high priestess is. She's utterly full of self-respect. She listens more to her body and her instincts than to whatever you say. So that might make her a little bit like enclosed in her own world. You can tell her 10,000 times, I love you, you need to trust me. And if she doesn't trust you, she doesn't feel like trusting you, she won't, okay? She won't. You can't persuade her. So this energy is very very connected to emotions. She listens to her emotions more than to reason sometimes, but she has equally connection with her thoughts than as to her feelings. She also listening to her knowledge from the past, and she has visions for the future. So she's actually like one step ahead of the magician. She is like the magician, but she also has this connection with the body, not just the mind and calculations. So she's like all things. She's like a really great antenna, and she takes in all, and she can't really you know, hold them the different things away. So to be in for her to be in a crowd, and for the Queen of Cups that has a little bit the same thing, she's a little bit more nice though. She doesn't, you know, slap you in the face. Maybe sometimes when she's in her moon phases, but usually not. She's more nice. But both these girls are very in tune with their emotion. It's very hard for them to be amongst people because they are picking up everything. If you're going to someone that has a kidney problem, your kidneys will start to hurt. If you go out on the city, you will be happy, sad, depending on what people you are meeting, because you are this antenna. And the Fool also have this connection with the divine, but it doesn't really bother him, because he's in this happy state, which we are until the age of 3, about to the age of 3. Happy, everything is very happy. And then we start to acknowledge, because he's in this blissful state of everything is connected. But then he's then we, at the age of 3, we are finding out that we are a separate entity, and then we start to get some problems. Okay, but before we didn't. So he's in a blissful state, and those two. So this is a very it's a vibrating combination. All these, they have like this vibrating connection with the divine. two different things. She usually to her heart, this one to his, like, what's making him happy, and her to all her, like, the combined knowledge of a human soul. She's almost a little bit otherworldly, like an alien. That's why she's a little bit like autistic. Okay, so next card for you is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords comes underneath the Knight of Cups and the Justice. So this is someone that's really brave, okay? They are really brave. They are going to tell you exactly what's in their heart. This is, as I have told you so many times before, like the quality that Jesus had when he drove out the merchandisers from his father's temple. So this is like people doing what is right, even if they are a little bit underdog in the situation, even if they need to go up against authority or make someone uncomfortable. They're still going to tell the truth. This is a very good energy. So it's coming someone and telling the truth. It might be you going somewhere, telling the truth about something. You're not going to hold back. From now on, people are going to hear your voice. They are going to hear like exactly what it is that you want to say to them. And it's coming from your heart. So this is like when the sword is used in a very good way. When you use the truth with compassion. You don't use it to tell someone that they are ugly or that you earn more money than them. It's not that. It's more like, this is how I feel. This is what I stand for. This is what I believe in. More this kind of quality. So it seems very beautiful and direct. And you have Pisces. This is Libra, and this is pure air. And here you have this traveling energy, and it ends in pure air. So it's very swift messages through air. Also someone coming and saying the truth, but they need to travel maybe, or there needs to be, they need to come into certain like state, maybe a very brave state. This is bravery, this thing here. They are not very much for thinking about the consequences. These ones, they are too much trusting the divine and themselves and the truth and justice and things like this. So they are like a person doing things despite the consequences. Might be a little bit reckless. And here we have, of course, the Nine of Swords. And so this is what's happening when a person that has stored up all their emotions are starting to feel them. It's going to be like opening the doors to hell, to be honest. Nine of Swords is utter pain, but pain is a powerful healing path when you actually deliberately go towards pain and roll out the red carpet to pain and let pain be there. It's going to transform your soul. It's going to make you into a divine being, actually, because when you are not fearing pain anymore, what's there left to fear? It will be like you will be a super person. So don't be afraid. And you have also the Page of Swords here. So someone might come, you might go and tell about like with what's have really hurting you. You might make up with your past, and your past hurts, and tell people how they hurt you, or regrets. There might be regrets also. People might, since there's a lot of I'm sorry, there might be regrets that's now going to come to surface, and you're saying, okay, I'm so sorry I did this, and you're also tormented by it, or this person is tormented by it. So they are really going to learn something good here. So the pain isn't problematic. You just need to heed the message of it. Like if you feel that you're embarrassed, probably you did something that was a little bit embarrassing. If you feel guilt, probably you did something that was that wasn't really good, and you ought to feel guilt. So it's just, pain is just a feedback system helping you to know what's right and wrong, and like through your instincts and intuition. You don't need to you try always. You can also feel like, oh, if I did this, this awful thing, I would feel like this. Most people can know it, but some people, they need to try it out first and then see if if it was like that they thought it would be. So Queen of Hearts, Justice, and Nine of Swords. When you open your heart and you have been like a cold fish before, and you're opening your heart, you're going to feel a lot of pain. So that's why people avoid pain normally, because they don't want to feel it. But when you do, things will be great. Okay, so don't be afraid of pain. Pain is just a feedback system. It just wants to give you a message. It's like reading a book. You don't hate the book. Okay, here we have Aquarius. So that's you. I wanted to read from the astrology cards here for you about the current astrological energies. Like, might be a certain person you're dealing with. So I just got Aquarius. I want a few more cards. Okay, one more card. Oh, yeah. Okay, we can take that too, because it's flared. I see sometimes the like they are lighting up. So Aquarius, this is energies: freedom loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. And what I said, I think Cancer got this. I said that Aquarius, this energy here, it has a very good like intellect, like with the sun here, sprouting out new ideas. But sometimes it's like this, the mind of humans are creating the same, they are solving problems with the same way that they created them. And I took the example with chemtrails, like we can see them all over the sky now. And I don't know exactly what they are there, but my imagination tells me that if we have a climate problem, well, we know that with 9/11, the planes stopped like moving over the sky, and we realized, oh, the temperature went up like 2 degrees or something like that during those 3 days, I think, that the plane were on the ground. So someone that had a really smart brain, they figured out, like, if we can put airplane clouds all over, we will save the planet. And everyone say, hooray, yes, we have a solution, eureka. And what they didn't thought about, or they didn't care about, was if you are putting a lot of aerosols in the air with dangerous toxins that usually should be buried deep down underneath the earth crust, you are going to create hell on earth. Okay, you are going to first kill the frogs, and that's what's going to happen first, and then the fishes. So that might be why the fishes is trying to leave the sea. Maybe they are suffocating. So that's a way of solving problems. That's not really like the best way, to be honest. We need to figure out better ways. Like, how can we really solve a problem? Nature is super intelligent. It uses all its waste to create new things. Okay. So human beings need to be more wise like nature. We aren't, and it's very hard to become this intelligent like nature, but we at least can copycat her a little bit. So that was Aquarius. And then we have the 10th house, your achievements and the status in the outside world. So this is what you have been working so hard for, and this is what you want to keep up. So you don't want to come out as some sissy that has, you know, a lot of emotions, stupid emotions. You don't want to be like a person that's superstitious or believe in things that's not true, or believing in trolls or whatever. You're trying to keep yourself together. You want to be like a good citizen that comes with, you know, high moral values and standards, and like a person that you can look up to. So you're really trying really hard to 10 house, 10 of wands, to become a person of glory. Like, but that's just a picture of you that you're trying to paint, so other people can look at this beautiful image and say, oh, that person is really successful. But really, it's not the truth. It's not the truth, because you are something else, and that something else, you are hiding it. And here we have the 4th house, your home, and the roots of your being. And I'm thinking, going back here to the Knight of King of Pentacles, like there's something inside of you and inside of your body that needs to be heard at this time. And it's not about worldly titles and money. It's something that has a value beyond death, like something you can take with you when you die. Experience is one thing, love is another thing, good deeds. Okay. But you can't take with you, you know, your money and stuff, or your worldly titles. So, okay. I will also take a card from the Oracle of Visions by Cyril Marchetti. Too many cards. Okay. Yes, we'll take that. Here you have this card. It's an angel being entangled in ropes that could be easily cut off, and it wouldn't be a problem anymore. So I think that we have not seen half of Aquarius greatness yet. When you are starting to use also your heart and not only your mind, we are going to have angels walking on earth. So that's a big responsibility you have, to not use human mind to create more human problems, but actually going above and like to your true consciousness. And that's only way through it's through your body, and to feel your feelings and getting connection with the grid, like connecting to the antenna again, connecting with ground control. It's like they have put you as an astronaut out here. You were sent to Earth like an astronaut. This is now your home. And you say, please save me, I don't like to be here. But really you are supposed to be an angel here. You're not supposed to escape from this world and you know, shoot off to elsewhere. You need to deal with things here, and first you need to deal with pain. Okay, you see the angel here, it's in pain. So it wasn't this when you were just watching humans, because I think many Aquarius has been angels. I think many of the air signs has been angels, but then you had to fall down to earth, because when you watched humans, you saw that this is no problem. I could easily solve this. And it might be that the higher divine energies might have thought, oh, I think they need to learn something. I think they need to learn what pain is. And now you're learning what pain is, and you might not be laughing about human conditions anymore. It might feel really serious to be down here, but it's now your home, and you need to deal with this energy of pain. Roll out the red carpet, and don't let this pain control your life anymore, because when you are scared of it, you will entangle yourself like this and make a mess. And when you're not scared, you're going to make much, much better decisions. Okay. So I also will take a card from my favorite here, Vibrational Energy Oracle card. It's with Debbie A. Anderson, and it's really highly vibrating. And it's talking about this with the Empress and the Emperor, the two faces of mankind, and that you have now accomplished something with the Sun, you know, holy matrimony. You have become what you once didn't understand at all. You couldn't get to how someone could be that cold, or how someone could be that emotional and dramatic and, you know, overbearing. So now you know, because you are it yourself. This is human development, and I need to learn to, yes, okay, the alphabet. Okay, so where there is a feminine, there is a masculine. A negative needs a positive, and vice versa. You cannot create a harmonic vibration without first acknowledging and accepting the balance of yin and yang in your life. It is the law of vibration and energy, which is ever evolving. So you have done something profound here. You have connected your masculine and your feminine energy, and they are now making you into like a superpower, super energy. So now you just need to free that angel by learning how to deal with pain. I will probably give a video out with that, how to deal with pain. So we will see how it goes with that. Okay, so my dear Aquarius, I hope this helped. And I want you to take really, really good care. And I hope that you will come back and watch my mid-month reading that I will actually be publishing in the beginning of November. Okay, so take care. Bye bye.